Gay people are controlled by Bill Gates. Gay people are controlled by Bill Gates so that they don't have children for population control.
Welcome to Epic Heck. Today we're going to be talking about Kanye West and his many lawsuits. So the first one we're going to go over is Bishop David Paul Moten versus Kanye West. David Paul Moten alleges that rapper used an unlicensed sermon owned by Texas Bishop in the Donda song Come to Life. Sued for U.S. Copyright Act, enrichment, punitive damage for UMG recordings. This one...
We're definitely going to be seeing a lot more of this too as the list goes on. There's going to be a lot of times where Kanye is just going to take audio from something he doesn't own and never got permission to own.
Yeah.
He's going to chop it up, put it on a song with warning no one about it, of course. And then when it's released, it's already too late.
I think it's because it's weird because he's had like a lot of unreleased songs where he sampled stuff that he hasn't got stuff for. It's like, why didn't you just release it in the first place then if you're just gonna do that?
That's what I imagine a bulk of his unreleased track list is he didn't get a lot of permission, I guess, to use these samples that he wants to take, and that is the bulk of what we've been seeing mostly when it comes to his lawsuits are
a lot of copyright usage.
When I think the most recent example I can remember off the top of my head is Ozzy Osbourne during the Vulture's era.
Yeah, I think this is pretty tame. I think for what we're gonna read in the future. I think I'd be comfortable putting this around a C or a B. Probably D actually, C or D.
I think anything that results, anything that's about his sampling, definitely put that in D tier. Okay, this is Trevor Phillips versus Kanye West. This is a major lawsuit.
Trevor Phillips?
Yeah, like in GTA, yeah. That's really cool. Honestly, kind of on par for the name too, because this might be one of the wildest lawsuits I've ever read through.
Yeah.
It is actually one of the longest lawsuits I've ever read through. It's at like 43 pages. I had to trim it down just to like the best parts. A former Yeezy and Donda Academy employee claims Kanye West wanted to install a jail at his school to cage students, threatened to punch him during a temper tantrum, and gave preferential treatment to white employees. Coming on board weeks after Ye's fallout with Adidas and Gap over his anti-Semitic remarks, Phillips claims Ye continued to double down and make similar statements throughout his employment.
Did he have a school? Did he own a school?
During the Donda era, he had this whole Donda Academy thing.
Yeah.
Where he wanted to make a school. That in itself, we're probably going to see a lot of lawsuits over there too.
Yeah.
This only encompasses like maybe 30% of the Donda Academy.
This is just like
Donda Academy is a private school in Ventura County, California.
So it's a private school. He owns.
He owned it. Yep. He was very proud of it. This comes from like 2022.
Okay.
Phillips claims Ye continued to double down and make similar statements throughout his employment. Ye also threatened to go after the LGBTQ plus community next. According to the suit, because gay people are controlled by Bill Gates so that they don't have children for population control. Some of Ye's dangerous rhetoric was repeated in front of Donda Academy's students, according to the suit, and Ye allegedly once told 2 children that he wanted them to shave their heads and that he intended to put a jail at the school that they could be locked in cages. While spending time at Donda Academy, Phillips claims that Ye began spreading anti-Semitism, if you could believe such a thing, in school meetings, including in front of some students. Other inappropriate commentary allegedly included Ye saying that he only likes to date white women,
Hey, where are the white
and telling
women
employees
at?
that no one could be fat, otherwise they'd be fired.
Can you imagine like you have like your superintendent come to your school as like a child, and just like, you know,
can't have you on the team, fatty.
Yeah, get out of my school, you fat piece of shit. Stupid.
Ye also allegedly boasted that he used $2 million of the school's budget to splash out on a trip to Paris. Here's a really good part of this. In one strange encounter in December 2022, Phillips says Ye requested they meet at a Nobu hotel in Malibu to discuss business plans. Over the next 3 hours, Phillips describes feeling uncomfortable as Ye went on a rant about greatness.
SpongeBob.
Holocaust was fake and said gay people are not true Christians. At some point, Phillips says Ye had hotel staff come to the room and put on 2022's The Batman with two men watching the movie on mute in silence. While laying flat on the bed, Phillips claims that Ye began to make slow up and down motions with his hand above his genitals as though he was and talking about his sex life, according to the lawsuit. You genuinely can't make this up.
Okay, like, major points. He has a school. He wants to throw kids in cages who shave their heads. Talk about how great Hitler is.
Yep.
Fire fat people.
Fire fat people.
Fire, I'm guessing, gay people.
Yep.
Okay.
Anti-Semitism.
Anti-Semitism.
Watching
He blew $2 million of the school's budget on a trip to Paris.
And he made two of his crew members watch the Batman on mute.
Yeah.
Oh, and
also
also
he was pretending to
talking to Trevor Phillips about his sex life. It gets better. It gets way better.
It's like, why are you telling your like employee about your sex life?
Kanye West is one of the biggest gooners, like,
Yeah.
period. Point blank period.
Yeah, I mean, but like, yeah, I don't know how you can simultaneously like just dunk on homosexuals and then just like talk about
How good your sex life is.
Yeah, to like a male, like a friend. Not even a friend, just an employee. Just like, I shagged a hooker last night. It's like, what the f*** are you talking about?
The rapper then FaceTimed a woman and instructed her to wear lingerie and shoes he bought for her. Phillips immediately recognized the female's name because only a few weeks earlier, while at the Yeezy headquarters, Kanye had flaunted nude pictures of her to many of the Yeezy staff members. He's just a gooner piece of shit. Later, as Phillips pleaded with his case, Ye explained his daughter and his little brother both attended Donda, and that he was in the midst of an undiagnosed medical condition. Ye allegedly began on another tirade. Kanye raised his hand and pointed at Phillips's neck condition and screamed, "F*** your neck," the suit claims. Then pointing at the school, Kanye belched, "And f*** your daughter. I don't give a f*** about none of that." The rapper then physically threatened Phillips, according to the suit, repeatedly saying he was going to punch you in the face, before his mood suddenly shifted, imitating the celebratory dance of Mario from the famous video game Super Mario Brothers, the suit claims. Kanye jumped up with punching one fist in the air while he said, "I'm going to give you one more chance, another life."
So he got really mad at this guy. He said, "F*** your neck." Okay, first of all, what does that even mean? Like, just...
He had like a condition on his neck. Something was really f***ed up with his neck. Kanye didn't care. F*** your neck. F*** your daughter. I'm gonna punch you in the face. His mood shifted. Wahoo! Like,
bipolar meltdown. Like, that's what it's like.
I couldn't quite believe what I was reading when this was coming out. This lawsuit is the reason why I wanted to make this video.
Is he on lithium?
He's on something. he's on many things, I'm assuming.
We need to get that dude lithium. Okay.
That's an immediate S tier.
Yeah, I think that is.
Nothing gets better than that. Nothing will get better than that. We'll come close. Nothing will get better than that, though.
So, next one up on the list, Phase 1 Network, Inc. v. Kanye West. Not only did Kanye West allegedly engage in copyright infringement, but he also profited with West Music's player, STEM player.
So I know you're kind of not very knowledgeable. No offense.
I'm not like the Kanye West,
Right.
like ancient scholar sphere, so
Right.
I don't know a lot of. I know there was some controversy with the STEM player. I don't know if it went anything beyond that, but.
So the STEM player is also a very controversial era in the Kanye West. But it's a shame that he didn't get the copyright license to use the sample he did on that song.
Mm-hmm.
You hate to see it, but again, that goes into the tier, I think. That goes into This one is Murphy Aficionado versus Kanye West. Murphy Aficionado is suing the rapper and his companies Yeezy LLC and Donda Academy. He has filed 12 complaints against West, including discrimination, harassment, and retaliation, and is also demanding a jury trial. We're going to see that a lot.
Yeah.
With these other ones that aren't about sampling is the fact that it's always like discrimination and harassment. He alleged that West would make anti-Semitic comments including, "The Jews got ex-wife Kim Kardashian and my kids." You can believe such a thing.
He said the Jews got.
The Jews are the reason why he no longer has his wife and kids.
Okay.
West reportedly made discriminatory comments about aficionados' Filipino ancestry and allegedly told him to remove his ugly traditional Filipino tattoos called batok.
What? Are you supposed to... Okay.
Just get rid of them! They're an eyesore!
Imagine, you can't just take tattoos off. Which is...
You have to black them out.
Yeah.
That's like a really painful experience.
Or you have to get them removed through,
the laser surgery.
That's probably not even pleasant.
Aficionado claims he began working for West in October 2022, which is, again, when the Donda rollout was happening.
Yeah.
Worked 50 to 70 hours each week and on several occasions even slept at the office, per the filing. Then, in February 2023, I think this is post, InfoWars crash out era.
Yeah.
West allegedly instructed Aficionado to relocate West's school, Donda Academy. The complaint states that Aficionado informed him of the required building permits, but West became irate and yelled that he would not accept waiting or using permits.
Base, by the way.
Additionally, defendants violated these laws by failing to provide plaintiff's last paycheck promptly and failing to pay penalties, including additional wages, interest, and fees. Aficionado claims that almost immediately into his employment, West began to make his proud bigotry and anti-Semitism well known and preached this dogma almost daily. He would frequently make disparaging remarks about Jewish people. "The Jews are out to get me. They froze my bank account. The Jews got Kim Kardashian and my kids." West allegedly aggressively responded by telling him the Jews convinced Kim she has Jewish masters?
She's
She is
just I don't know.
You need to leave your husband.
Leave your husband. Sue him for $4 million.
Aficionado also alleges that in November 2022, he was summoned for a work meeting in West's room at Beverly Hills in Waldorf, Astoria. Once he arrived, it was immediately obvious to Aficionado that Sensori and Ye were very recently having sex. West then allegedly commanded Aficionado to come in and sit down in the hotel room. Sensori attempted to close the door of the adjoining bedroom, but Aficionado alleges that Ye reopened the door fully, exposing Sensori's nude breasts. West then reportedly asked Aficionado what he thought about Candace Owens' lawyer that had just left. Ye added, "I think he's a Jewish spy." The complaint continues, abruptly and without warning in the middle of their conversation. Ye dashed toward the room Sensori was in. As he left Aficionado, Ye commanded, "Wait right here. Do not leave." Then West went into adjoining bedroom and allegedly the couple had sex. 10 minutes later, West rejoined Aficionado, allegedly wearing a t-shirt with a swastika. He asked Aficionado, "Don't you like my shirt?"
This motherfucker just walked out with that on. Just casually. Hey, look my shirt.
My favorite part is just they're having a conversation. I guarantee it's a really awkward one. He's just trying to cut the tension with like a knife. Ye dashes out of the room to clap his wife's cheeks.
Yeah.
Comes back with a swastika shirt. What? You don't like the shirt? What's going on? You don't like this shirt? As A or S?
It's gotta be up there. Is it as...
I don't think it's as good as the Mario walking through. I think this is actually genuinely uncomfortable because I can picture him being like this.
Yeah.
If you know Kanye, you know he's got a really bad sex addiction.
I think we'd have to stick it in A, but a high A, because this is not as good as the
High A, yeah.
So the next one up is going to be Tony Saxon versus Kanye West. Project manager tasked with living in and renovating Kanye West's beachfront Malibu home, suing him for withholding payment, and retaliation, violation of the labor code, disability discrimination. He alleges that his responsibilities include 16 hours of labor per day, hiring contractors, 24/7 security of the property, and on-site representation. makeshift conditions, finding empty spaces in the ground, using his coat as makeshift bedding. He's paid $20,000 per week. It sounds like he was basically worked to live on the ground and didn't really pay him. This is that it didn't pay him for the $16,500.
Another thing Kanye West really likes to do is he likes to get into the real estate business.
Yeah.
There's that story of when he tried to make like homeless shelters or alternative living facilities for the homeless, modeled after
Alternative living. Kanye West is building alternative.
He's
living.
an alternative lifestyle.
Yeah.
Dude, he's a good guy.
He's a really
He modeled.
He just had a bad past.
He had these like sand domes that look like like structures attached to it.
Yeah.
He wanted it modeled after that, and apparently it was deemed unconstitutional or something, so he had to abandon.
It was
the project.
deemed unconstitutional.
Yeah, I think there's like abandoned
Yeah, I don't-
Star Wars structures.
I don't know if you can just put homeless people in Star Wars structures and call it okay.
Yeah.
Cool. That's awesome.
Yeah,
I
we
would
should
love
put
that
homeless
shit.
people. Fix homelessness. Put homeless people in dangerous sand domes, and
It's like how dare we take the homeless people off the streets and then instead of prison cells.
yeah.
Good God. Anyways,
I think that one's pretty bad, but it's not like
it just goes to show how little he cares. It's another aspect of him just like shitting on someone for being disabled.
yeah. I think that one's
Definitely not very interesting, but like something you should know.
Yeah.
I have a Neanderthal in the chat.
Here.
We have an ice dweller.
Benjamin Deshaun Provo v. Kanye West and Donda Academy. Again, we're gonna see Donda Academy probably a little bit more in this.
yeah.
Very controversial. I think the entire school is just unconstitutional.
Yeah. Is it still up? Is it still running?
Absolutely fucking not.
Okay.
I don't think so. Much like Phillips v. West case, plaintiff Benjamin Deshaun Provo alleges the rapper treated black employees far worse than their white counterparts. For Provo, the alleged mistreatment led to West demanding that he cut off his dreadlocks, which he wore in honor of his Muslim faith, or be fired. I don't know why it's always, hey, remove your cultural shit, or
Yeah.
we're gonna remove you from the company.
Do Muslims wear dreadlocks?
Potentially.
Do they? I don't think they do.
I don't know. I don't know. Is it halal to have dreadlocks?
It's not halal.
Answer in the comments.
Put in the comments, is it halal to wear dreadlocks?
Is it haram to have dreadlocks? The location plaintiff was originally hired to work at was closed as a result of unsafe conditions, including lack of windows for ventilation, lack of sufficient fire hydrants, and several other health and safety hazards, reads the suit. At the new location, Provo allegedly was assigned additional job duties as a result of the lack of staffing, including providing snacks to children, transportation for children, and teaching students nutrition outside of the school. Provo alleges West had a disdain for black culture. Unheard of for Kanye West. Claiming the rapper told anyone associated with Donda Academy to dispose of books related to Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X, and other prominent figures in the black community. After complaining about the pay disparity he noticed between black employees and non-black employees, Provo allegedly began to notice a decrease in his paychecks.
Do you think it's like Kanye West when he sees another like prominent leader in the community, he just gets really upset that it's not him?
I don't know if he's upset that he's not him. It just seems very concurrent with the fact that he just doesn't respect black culture at all.
Yeah.
You started to see it in 2016 when he dropped everything in support of like the MAGA movement. Kind of,
I think it's kind of like just be controversial. It's just I want to do what no one else,
Right.
Or what I guess it's not even that because there's a pretty big following.
A lot of these lawsuits are behind closed doors. He's doing this out of his own free will and what he thinks is private.
2018, LeBron James opened up a public school,
Yeah.
but he funded it. Like he funded all the money and like obviously like an education system built it.
Well, it wasn't for profit. It's not
It wasn't for profit, obviously.
Yeah.
This is like 4 years later, Kanye decides, I'm going to open a private school where money goes to me, and I'm not going to do it through anybody. I'm just going to do it myself.
The
Like,
school funds my Paris trip.
exactly.
Well, I'm
Like,
looking at the two. It says tuition on the Wikipedia page. It says $15,000.
yeah.
I mean, I think it's definitely like a just a thing to make money, I think, first of all.
Well, I mean, if you signed, if you were a part of like if you were enrolled in the school, you get free Donda. So I think that's worth it.
Yeah, I mean, I think 15 grand for Donovan merch and to be told that Hitler's cool.
Hitler's cool. Fat people will get fired. Your tattoos are hideous. Remove your dreadlocks.
I'm gonna pay black people less.
I don't like black people. We're not gonna teach black people. And also, yeah, I don't like Jews either.
Yeah, just throw that one on top. So I think where do we put that one?
I don't know. It's just another shitty sort of attitude towards black people.
I think
Let
me get rid of this ice dweller.
So we have another one out of Donda Academy. 2 former teachers, alleged labor code violation, unusual school rules for students and teachers. Cecilia Haley and Chekri Byers say they were the only 2 female black teachers at Donda Academy during their joint tenure. The lawsuit claims that a student assaulted another student and attempted assault on a teacher. Moreover, teachers allege the school refused to hire janitorial services. In addition to lack of nutrition guidelines, security precautions, one now famous incident that the lawsuit claimed, the school only had 1 item on the lunch menu. Students with sushi every single day. Wouldn't you get like worms at that point? Like,
You would probably get some sort of infectious parasite disease, honestly.
Yeah. I mean,
But sushi every day doesn't sound bad.
yeah,
like-
eating raw fish every day of your diet is probably not.
You get cool
Superpowers.
I mean, sushi's rad, but
Sushi is really cool.
they weren't allowed to bring outside food or anything other than water. It was widely known that defendant West spent $10,000 a week on sushi.
I never understand how he gets the money. Like, I know at the time this was going through, he was still like one of the richest people. I think he was like one of the richest rappers ever. I think he was the richest rapper ever.
Yeah, this was last year. So.
But the way he spends his money is so frivolous. It's like it doesn't even exist to him.
Well, not only does he open up private academy, they're serving sushi for lunch every single day.
$10 million a week on sushi, and he did that every day until
No, not 10 million, 10,000. But that's still absurd for like lunch for like
Yeah,
a school.
it's like it doesn't even exist to him.
I mean, it'd be cheaper and probably more healthy if you had like a different diet, but
Yeah.
I think that one's still kind of up.
Well, I think we put that in C tier.
Yeah.
You know? C tier Griffin.
We'll stick it in C tier.
It's been brought to our attention that a bulk of these lawsuits happen to be about his sampling. The fact that a lot of people don't want to give him the rights to use their music in a lot of his samples. So I'm just going to list off a couple of examples here so we don't waste your time. Marshall Jefferson in June 2022. George Jackson. Boogie Down Production. Donna Summers. Hungarian singer Gabor Presser. Prince Philip Mitchell. I'm pretty sure this doesn't even cover 1% of the amount of samples he's just taken.
Yeah.
The Ozzy Osbourne example.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Ozzy went off on him, or at least his team went off on him, because he wanted to sample, I think it was Iron Man on Vulture's 1.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
I think we're gonna put a lot of the sampling in the D tier.
Just put samples in D tier.
samples.
John Doe versus Yeezy. This is gonna finish out the video for now. What does the lawsuit say? An anonymous man identified as John Doe says Ye hired him in December 2022 as his director of intelligence for a planned 2024 presidential run. Doe claims Ye eventually threatened to kill him before firing him earlier this year. Doe is suing Ye for retaliation, emotional distress, and labor violations, seeking a 7-figure sum including unpaid wages. Our client is so fearful of Ye and his erratic, disturbing, and unpredictable behavior that he wishes to remain anonymous for his own safety. His attorney, Ron Zambrano, not a real name, said in a statement. After he was hired, Doe says Ye assigned him to investigate people who had previously sued him. Ye also allegedly had Doe investigate whether the Kardashian family was involved in sex trafficking and had Doe follow Sensori on a trip to Australia to visit family. Doe claims Ye began exhibiting erratic behavior in May 2024, like firing many Yeezy employees after starting to do nitrous oxide. I love that. Around that time, Doe alleges that a Donda Academy employee told him children were being abused at the school. After Doe told Yeezy leaders about the alleged abuse, he says Ye called him and threatened to hurt and kill him if he spoke about the abuse again. He also claims Ye played a recording of scary voices with threats.
Be real.
Just like pictures from like early like 1940, 1950, like music, like scary, spooky, like,
Yeah.
dark black and white music.
Just playing the Ben Drown theme over the phone. It's like, hey, I'm gonna you if you keep talking about this, man. Doe alleges Ye's enforcers continue to threaten him. Doe is a military veteran with PTSD and says the alleged threats led him to being treated in a mental health facility. Doe also claims he was not paid for several pay periods before he was fired. That's a good one to leave off on. I think that's definitely A tier. I absolutely love the erratic behavior and quotations.
Scary voices.
Scary voices over the phone.
And
the reverse song of healing.
yeah, I'm actually, I don't know, I'm considering putting that one in F tier just because it's just like it is like his more recent like erratic behavior. It mentions the mistress too.
I believe this is one of his most recent lawsuits. Yes.
Yeah. So we S tier or A tier? One or the other.
That goes A tier.
Okay.
S tier belongs to Trevor Phillips GTA 5.
Trevor Phillips GTA 5.
There is no way Kanye West is able to settle all of these lawsuits. He did a lot of this.
Yeah.
I won't lie. We didn't even touch on the Diddy lawsuit. There's no way. Every single one of them are about bullying disabled people, being openly racist, labor violations, not being able to sample properly.
I think if I was his lawyer, I probably would have about 5 years ago.
My hands would be in my head would be in my hands, and I would just be weeping silently
Yeah.
or wailing loudly. Actually, there's just no way you can begin to defend him when all of these claims are so consistent with one narrative.
Yeah.
You are anti-Semitic. You are paranoid. You're definitely on something.
The Donda University is definitely really bad with a lot of them. It's just labor violations.
Donda Academy, I think, in itself, it needs
Being
an iceberg.
racist too, I guess I probably should mention.
Cover your disgusting Asian tattoos. Get rid of those disgusting dreadlocks. And worship with me.
And you better not be fat, or I swear to God, I will sack you.
If you're fat, you can't be hired. There's nothing more that needs to be said. This dude's a piece of
Yeah. He made graduation though. This is Epic Hack, and thank you for watching.
I'm hammered. Gay people are controlled by Bill Gates so that they have